Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Question I have for you. What are you doing to be better today than you were yesterday? What are you doing so you can be a better version of yourself tomorrow than you are today? So the question is, what are you doing to improve your body, your mind, and your spirit so that you can continue to grow? Because don't you owe it to yourself to honestly just be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be? And you definitely owe it to spirit to be the best version of yourself, because spirit wants to rain down blessings on your life. And when you're putting in the effort to be the best version of yourself, watch the blessings begin to flow in all ways. So, what are you doing to improve your body? Are you getting any kind of exercise? Some people are really committed to their fitness. But what are you just doing to be a little bit better, to put in some effort for your own physical health? Are you getting exercise? Are you going for a walk? Are you going to the gym? Are you getting in the swimming pool? Are you, you know, doing, yoga or some sort of exercise class? Getting on a treadmill, riding a bike? What about your diet? What are you consuming? What are you physically putting in your body? Are you doing the best you can to eat healthy food? Are you avoiding alcohol, recreational drugs? Because that's going to be a separate video altogether. But those are low vibrational substances. Those are not going to help you be a better version of yourself unless you're taking something, medically prescribed, right? So we all know things that we should be avoiding, like processed food and fast food and greasy food and sugar and things like that. But what are you doing today to just be a little bit better than you were yesterday, to try to clean up what you put in your body? What are you doing to help your mind? How are you being better in mind? What type of information are you consuming? Are you glued to the news? That's going to be another separate video completely. There's nothing good there. That's all by design to lower your vibration. So having your nose in the news, I'm not saying be an ostrich and not know the headlines. I'm just saying you don't need to be glued to a news program where you're just being programmed with negativity. That's not going to help you feel better, right? What kind of shows do you watch on TV? Are you glued to violent TV shows or violent movies? Because that's also low vibrational. Or horror movies, nothing good there. So give some consideration to, what are you taking in, and is this good for me? So I've cut out a lot of that stuff. I don't really pay attention to the news, maybe enough to know what's going on in the world, and that's about it. I don't need to know the details. I really pretty much watch almost nothing violent anymore. I used to, but I don't now. So what do you read? Are you reading anything that is going to help stimulate your mind? Are you doing anything to learn new skills? I don't care how old you are. It doesn't matter. What can you do today to be better than tomorrow or than yesterday and be better for tomorrow, right? So Is there something that you have always wanted to do, but for whatever reason, you just have this block and you just don't feel like you can do it? Well, what can you do? What baby step can you take? Because the reality is, yes, you can. You can. You're never too old to do anything. Um, you can learn all sorts of new skills. Stimulate your mind so that you can be a better version of yourself tomorrow. I did a previous video. I talked about what I've done in the last 10 years. I mean, I have done all kinds of things because I just decided that's what I wanted to do. And so the only thing that's really blocking you is you. What are you doing to improve your spirit? So a lot of what you take in will affect your spirit and your vibration, but who do you spend time with? Who are you giving your energy to? Are you giving your energy to people who make you feel better about yourself, or people where you feel drained and exhausted and just tapped out because it takes everything you've got just to survive these people? What about your job? Is it draining you? These are things to think about. There's a saying, you are, trying to think of how it goes, but it's something like, you are the 5 people you spend the most time with. So who do you spend the most time with? And sometimes spending the most time with people who are actually in a elevated state than you are, so that you can elevate to that level, right? But if you're here and you're hanging out with people here, you know what they're going to do? They're just going to bring you down. People who are negative and who gossip and who aren't doing anything for self-improvement, who have bad habits, who are using substances, and you know what I mean? You're just that's gonna be like a black hole that's gonna drain you. But if you switch it up, okay, and you can spend time with people that you would view as like mentors, people who have something to offer you, that's a stretch for you, right? You're going to be improving your spirit, okay? Because your vibration will then be almost forced to elevate to be able to hang with these people, okay? So, there are so many things that you can do to be better today than you were yesterday, and that you can do tomorrow to be better than today. These are not things you just do overnight. They're like baby steps, but you have to take some effort. And what does it involve? It involves being conscious of what you're doing, taking inventory of things you think about, what you do with your time. It's literally analyzing everything about the way you go through life and simply asking yourself, is this working for me? Is this helping me be better? Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to realize that there are so many things that you are not doing that you can be doing that are going to make drastic improvements in your life. And some of these things are hard decisions to make, especially when it involves relationships with other people, because you're going to realize when you stop and examine, who am I spending my time with? And are these people really good for me? You're going to come to the conclusion often that they're not good for you. And you're going to, start to cut ties with folks and they don't like it. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do to be a better version of yourself. Because do you want to be on your deathbed? I hope you live into at least your 90s. Do you want to be 94 and on your deathbed and have regrets about what you could have and should have done better, and you didn't, because you were either lazy or you didn't apply yourself, you didn't want to put in the effort, or you just were not being aware of your own actions until far later in life, when you know you get late in life and you start to reflect a lot more on what you could have done differently. Do you really want to be one of those people that says, I wish I had done X, Y, or Z? Do it now. Take the steps to do it now. Even if it's just cleaning your space. Take a look around, where you live, your apartment, your house, your closets. Get rid of things that you don't use. Purge, purge, purge. Get rid of, clean, organize. If that's not your strength, find somebody who can help you. But you will feel like by clearing your space, getting organized, you actually create space for spirit to be able to do its work and start to begin to bring blessings into your life. So, what can you do to be better? Stop and ask yourself, what can I do to be a better version of myself? You owe it to yourself. You owe it to spirit. If this is something that resonates with you, and maybe you're feeling like, I need some help here. I know there's better for me out there. I am not living the life that I know I should. I have things I'd like to do, but I just can't get out of my own way. Or I just want to be a more real and a real authentic version of myself. I am playing roles because I'm trying to meet somebody else's expectations, and it just doesn't feel genuine to me, but I don't know what to do. Contact me. This is what I do. I help people live a more authentic life. I help you with your life purpose. I can help you with your blocks. I can help motivate you to even take the baby steps to get going so that you can live the life that you really know in your heart, that you know intuitively, because Spirit's always talking to you, and they talk to you two ways. They talk to you through your heart, and they talk to you through your intuition. And some people are better about hearing these messages than others. But if you have a sense that this is what I want to do and need to do, but I'm stuck, hit me up. I do have some coaching slots available. And I hope that it's something that you would consider. Anyway, if the message resonates with you, please give it a like, share it, subscribe to the channel, and I am going to catch you next time. Thank you.